The next 10 assholes pissed the shit out of me. They made me rage quit so hard, so freaking hard, but I still managed to beat them. That's right. Yeah, you got that right. I beat these motherfuckers fair and square, yeah. I beat all of them, and I love them. Yes, that's right. Some of these games are my favorite games. That's right. Aren't you proud when you rage quit in a game so many times that at the end you feel this enormous satisfaction that you own this game, that you beat it, that you mastered this asshole? Yes, that's what it feels like. And yeah, I don't know if that's because they made me rage quit a lot. I have no idea why, but I love these games. I really love them because they made me work so hard, so damn hard to beat them, that I love them. I ended up loving them. So, let's begin with my top 10 JRPGs that made me rage quit that I beat. So number 10, it's Grandia 3. You know this asshole, right? Yeah, you know the Grandia series? They're hard games. They're not easy games. I beat every single one of them with the exception of Grandia Extreme. Grandia Extreme just wasn't that good. It was focused on the battle system and the story was so linear and whatever. That's not the point in this game. The point is that Grandia 3, to me, I found it to be the hardest of the four of them. And when I played this game, I fell in love with it from the very beginning. The story is a little dumb in this game. It has so many silly things. Things so cliche or things that just make no sense, etc. But this is Japan we're talking about. They always make things, senseless things to make the game more appealing. I don't know why. Whatever. The point is that Grandia 3 made me rage quit a lot, especially in one particular battle. There's this boss battle. It's called the Guardian, I think the Milk Guardian from the Milk Ruins. It's so goddamn annoying! It's so hard! You know, some of these games make me rage quit because they are hard, because they are very hard. But don't you hate when you're playing a game and all of a sudden the difficulty rises, you know, out of nowhere, it jumps up so damn hard that you're just like, what the hell happened here? I was playing this game and I was getting good at it without the need to grind or to use my head, to use my brains just to strategize on it. But no, that didn't happen. What happened is just that the difficulty just went up, right straight to heaven. But I beat this asshole, I beat this fucking Guardian, and I'm so damn proud of it. All I had to do was level up. Yeah, so that's why Grandia 3 is number 10. So number 9 is another good example of the same situation, but a little bit harder than that, a little bit more annoying than that. Because in Grandia 3, I think it's fun to grind, to go grinding, to go level up. But in Wild Arms 5, it's not that fun. Really, it's not. Because I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's because I like Grandia 3 better than this one. I still love Wild Arms 5, don't take me wrong. I have beat every single Wild Arms there is, and they're all a little annoying sometimes. They are not that great. I love the Wild Arms series, but Wild Arms 5 to me was the hardest of them all. And yeah, you know what I'm going to say next, right? If you know this game, you know which battle I'm going to talk about. Yes, fucking Nightburn, man. I hated that battle! There's this part in the game you in some prison, gigantic underground prison, and you gotta go free the prisoners, and then you encounter Nightburn. And for those who haven't played this game, I'm sorry, I have already spoiled you, but I don't care because I need to talk about this battle. I need to warn you that this is one of the hardest battles ever. Well, it's not that hard, it's just really unfair, it's just really annoying, upsetting, and it made me rage quit hundreds of times. And what do you need to do in this battle? Level up. And maybe use certain badges. Badges are accessories that you can equip your characters with. But the point of this game, of this battle, is that you start with your whole party against Nightburn and some goons. And then it's hard. That's a hard battle. And right after that battle, with no possibility to save or re-equip or heal or whatever, it's a one-on-one battle, a duel between the protagonist and this asshole. Yeah, and it's hard as hell. So what you need to do is to go and level up, yeah, more and more and more, not just 2 or 3 levels, like 10 fucking levels, until you beat this motherfucker. That's my advice. That's how I beat this asshole. So number 8, Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Yeah, the 4th one in the series. Star Ocean, like the Grandia series, are hard. I think they're harder than the Grandia series or the Wild Arms. Those games are for pussies. These ones are hardcore, man. Fucking hardcore. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Number 1 for the PSP, it's not that hard. Number 2, man, made me rage quit a lot too, but not as hard as this one. Number 3 made me rage quit. I haven't played 5, so whatever. The point is that why did I choose this one instead of the others? Because there's one particular battle in the game that ruined my fucking life temporarily. So the point is that you arrive in this island, I believe, I remember, and you get to fight a bunch of soldiers over and over again, like five consecutive battles against these assholes, and these are hard assholes. That's right. You gotta fight these morons 5 times in a row. Different people, different soldiers. And it's so goddamn annoying because all of a sudden you finally beat the first 3 battles, and then you're in the 4th battle and you lose. Or in the 5th battle and you lose. Imagine how that feels. These are not battles that you beat in, I don't know, 1 minute. No sir. These are battles that each battle takes around 5 minutes to beat. So yeah, it's hard. So what did I do to beat this game, to pass on that part? The same as usual. I leveled up. And then I started switching between characters. You can play as other characters in your party. So I chose another character instead of my usual one, and it went better. It's just a matter of strategy. To beat every single one of these games, you not only sometimes need to level up, sometimes that's not enough. You sometimes need to use your head, to use your brains, or to use a fucking walkthrough. So yeah, Star Ocean 4, it's like I said at the beginning, Star Ocean series are hard. And this one, it's hard, and that fucking battle sucks. Number 7 is another asshole. It's called Final Fantasy VIII. Come on, it's a classic. Everybody knows that game, and everybody remembers the stupid battle against this witch called Adele that traps Rinoa within her chest or his chest, or I don't know who the fuck this guy is, if it's a girl or a guy, I don't know, and I don't give a shit because it's so goddamn annoying and frustrating. You know what happened to me on this game? You wanna know what happened to me? That stupid battle made me restart the whole game. Why? Because once you get inside the dungeon where this boss is, I think it's called Lunatic Pandora or something like that, you cannot leave. You can't leave, you can't level up, you can't buy items, you can't heal, you can't do anything. So that pretty much ruined the battle for me. Yeah, I know Final Fantasy VIII is not designed to level up. It's supposed to be one of those games that you have to use your head all the time. You can't just level up because the enemy levels up with you, whatever. But I don't know what happened, that when I restarted the game, before entering that dungeon, I leveled up, I bought some items, and I beat the battle. Just saying, that fucking battle, it's so damn frustrating. It made me rage quit hundreds of times until I said, fuck it, let's just restart the game. But yeah, I'll be a level up, and you beat the battle. That's right. Number 5 is this asshole. This asshole! Rogue Galaxy, yeah! Watch my review. I made a review a couple of days ago, about this game. It's a great game, it's a masterpiece. I agree with you. It's a great JRPG, action JRPG. But, you know what? It's so damn hard as well. And it's so damn frustrating. If you watch my review, you're going to realize you're going to see what I think of this game and what are the flaws that I noticed. And it's actually thanks to those flaws that I rage quit a lot of times in this game. And like I say in my review, it wasn't like rage quitting. It was more like fed up quitting. Like, Jesus Christ. Because the dungeons are so damn long. Because the battles are so damn hard. Because the camera sucks ass. And mainly because your characters are so goddamn weak the entire game. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what this game has that made me just keep on going until I fucking beat it. But Rogue Galaxy, there isn't one particular boss battle. No, there's not. There's like 1,000 particular boss battles. There's like 1,000 particular dungeons. This game is one of the epitomes of rage quitting. It's a game. It's a game. It's a good game. It's a good game. Okay, my number 5 is another good example. It's the same situation. There's not one boss battle. There's not just one particular dungeon. No, it's like the whole fucking game makes you rage quit a lot. Especially because of the same thing. The camera, the dungeons are too long, they are so confusing, you get lost pretty often. The camera, did I mention that already? Fucking Xenogears, man. That's right. A lot of you are going to agree with me. First, you're going to agree with me when I say that this is one of the best JRPGs for the PlayStation 1, if not one of the best of all time. This is a masterpiece because of the story, because of the music, because of the gameplay. This is a game that I beat around 12 years ago and I haven't touched it ever since. And I don't planning on touching it ever again, maybe. Because I was so satisfied, I had this, I was so satisfied when I beat it. I was like, yeah, I finally beat this motherfucker. Get the hell out of my life forever. Like really, I love this game. It's one of my favorite JRPGs for the PS1. But man, it has some... First of all, there's a mission. You get stuck in an underground cavern called the Stalactite Cavern or something like that with Bart. Just you and Bart with your gears, your robots. And you gotta find these radars or something like that. And it's so goddamn annoying and frustrating. First of all, because the camera sucks. So there you go, having a ton of random encounters unnecessarily, and only to find out at the end of this dungeon a stupid boss that it's so extremely hard, and it's one of the hardest battles in the entire game. And I'm talking about the beginning of the game. You're not even 5 hours into the game when you get this motherfucking part. And then the sewers. The sewers, my friend, the sewers. And then the prison. And then everything in this fucking game is twisted and frustrating. But it's a great game nonetheless. Play it. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth to be pissing off over and over again until you fucking beat it. Yeah. Number 4. Number 4. It's another masterpiece. Number 4 is one of the greatest action JRPGs of all time. Odin fucking Sphere. PlayStation 2 version. I played for like an hour or two the PlayStation 3 version. It's still hard. But this is one of my best friends. This game is one of my best friends. Yeah, we got so pissed off at each other. I almost tossed it out of the window. I once almost flushed it out of the toilet. Nah, I'm just kidding. The point is that this fucking game, it's so frustrating, so goddamn hard. You know what I said earlier about use your head, use strategy? I'm not sure that applies in this particular game. I think it's a matter of ability. It requires strategy, of course, I'll give you that, but not as much. I think since this is an action JRPG, it requires more like skill. Skill to beat all those goddamn morons that ruin the experience for you. But this is one of those games like Rogue Galaxy. I mean, to me, it's even better than Rogue Galaxy, like gigantically big. There's a huge difference between those games, to me, in my opinion. And this is one of those games in which you lose, you get pissed off, and 5 minutes later you're there trying again and again and again. So over and over again until you beat this motherfucker. And boy, the boss battles at the end. I mean, you beat the game, and then you get to fight 5 boss battles in a row. Man. Number 3 is another asshole. It's Devil Survivor. No overclocked. This is the wimp version. This is the version for pussies, like me. Hell, I'm not a pussy, because the hard version of this game, in this game you can choose the easy mode or the normal mode, but in the Nintendo DS version, the original, you can't choose that. You can't. It's just plain fucking hard. And man, it's one of the hardest JRPGs I have ever played in my life. It requires tons of strategy, requires tons of ability, and most important, you can level up in this game. You can grind, but it's still not enough, you know? Even if you grind a lot, it's still not enough. So how do I beat this game? How did I beat it? By grinding, by using my head, by getting better at it again and again and again. Because it's not one battle, my friends, no. It's like half the game, because there are a lot of stupid missions in which you have to save civilians or protect a stupid Midori or something like that, and it makes you pissed off because you're doing so goddamn well, your strategy is working out, you're on a decent level, you're how do I call it? How do you say it? You're swiping the floor with your enemies, and then all of a sudden they kill one civilian and it's fucking game over. Yeah. I beat this game. I beat the Nintendo DS version with several routes, because the ones that know this game, who have played this game, once you're near the end of the game, you get to choose between several routes from several characters. And I beat various routes of those characters in the Nintendo DS version and in the 3DS version. So I recommend the 3DS version for obvious reasons. Number two. Do you enjoy watching my suffering? Watching me revive those painful memories? Because number 2, it's Grow Lancer 4 Wayfarer of Time. This game here, my friends, my dear subscribers, is one of the hardest JRPGs ever. To me, it's harder than Devil Survivor. It's harder than Strange Journey, than every single Shin Megami Tensei ever. And I'm so proud to say that I beat this guy. I beat this game. You know, all of the Grow Lancers are hard. All of them, with no exception. They are hard. But this one, to me, it was the hardest. It was like the king of the hardest of games ever. It's so frustrating. There's one battle. It's legendary. You have to defend 4 flags with your weak, idiotic characters. If you go and level up before this battle and do all those sorts of stuff, maybe you get a chance of winning. But the point is that you get reinforcements from pretty much everywhere, and you get a position each one of your characters. You get 4 characters per battle in each of the flags to defend those flags. So imagine 4 guys hitting hard on you. These guards are not easy to beat. 4 or 5 at the same time casting magic, using their swords against you. It's hell, my friend. And then there's another battle in which you have to stop an angel from escaping, and he's like 1 meter away from the exit, and your characters are like 1,000 kilometers away from the exit. Okay, I'm overreacting, yeah, but that's what it feels like. It's so frustrating, this game, and those are not the only 2 battles that made me rage quit. There are several battles that made me rage quit in this fucking game, but I'm so damn proud to say that I beat it. Yes, I beat Grow Lancer 4 Wayfarer of fucking Time. Number 1. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's for my number 1. Because there's a huge, and I'm really serious, there's a huge abyss between my number one and the rest of this list. I don't own this game in physical version because it only came out in Japan. Several years later, for the Super Famicom. Several years later, there was a translation team and you could play it on an emulator, just like I did. And this game is really hard, really extremely hard because one particular reason. If it wasn't for this reason, this game would be decent. Not too hard, not too easy. A decent challenge. But no, the assholes that programmed this game decided to play around with the percentages. Yeah, have you played XCOM? It's the same situation. Yeah, I'm talking about one Fire Emblem. One. You know, you're gonna say, oh my god, if you're talking about Fire Emblem, come on, all of the Fire Emblems are the same. No way, man. I have played like almost every single Fire Emblem there is, and this particular title has the worst RNG ever. What's RNG? Random number generator. That means it's random percentage generator. Characters that have 90-something, 96, 97% of hitting their enemies, they miss. And enemies that have 12, 15, 20% of hitting you, they don't miss. And to make matters worse, they make a critical attack on you. Yeah, that's how fucked up this game is. Fire Emblem Thracia 7076. Damn it! Damn it! This game is so twisted. Why is it so broken? This is a broken game. No wonder it never left Japan. No wonder it didn't come across the sea to reach us decent people in Europe or America. No, this is a game for twisted assholes called Japanese people. Okay, I'm overreacting. I'm not a racist guy. I'm just kidding. But the situation with this game is that the RNG is so fucked up that it ruins almost the entire experience. Imagine, the maps in this game are really long. These are not maps like in Fire Emblem Fates or in Fire Emblem Awakening, where the gameplay is so friendly and where you can save your units from dying, or where you can play on casual mode or whatever. No. Fire Emblem Thracia 7076 is the beast, man. And it's hell. It's worse than Genealogy of War. To me, this is the hardest Fire Emblem ever by far. If you're gonna play this game, I am not going to suggest to you to use your head. I am not going to suggest to level up. I am not going to suggest to look up through a walkthrough. No, I am going to wish you the best of luck. Because luck is exactly what you need to beat this asshole! Never playing this asshole again. I am never going to play Fire Emblem Thracia again because it's so damn addicting, but it's so goddamn frustrating at the same time that Are you going to play Fire Emblem Thracia 7076? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video with your friends so they laugh at my suffering and my misery just like you. And see you next time. I am never going to play all of these motherfucking games ever again. I beat them and fuck that. That's enough. Especially Fire Emblem Thracia 7076. Damn it. God damn it.